Hi everyone, we're back. I'm at Old Park Road and Elmridge Drive, and I'm walking eastbound. So Elmridge Drive is parallel to the Cape Gardner Beltline. I just concluded a video walking along the York Beltline, which is all paved. And that was a really nice walk. I think that was maybe, I'm just walking home right now. I think that was maybe a 20-minute video, I'm not sure. But I did mention in that video that I did want to record this street here, Elmridge Drive, because I really like the street. It's fairly quiet. It has some lovely homes, and it's sort of hard to appreciate its beauty before everything's in bloom, because it is actually a beautiful road, and the street is canopied with trees in full bloom in the summertime, and it's so pretty, and the homes are really quite nice here as well. So I just, as I mentioned, I did do a walk along the York Beltline, and that yeah, that was nice to go down that. But again, it's sort of similar to, you know, brown trees and shrubs, so things aren't in bloom yet. But I wanted to take you down so you could see sort of beyond the actual trail, and you could see all the, like, the industrial and residential on either side. So that stretch of the trail can be pretty isolating, I would think, certainly in the off-season months. So I can't imagine it being that busy during the winter. However, it is a little bit easier to get through because it is paved versus the Cape Gardner Beltline, which I will take you on another day, probably closer to late spring, early summer, when it's less mucky, because it is sort of like a cinder trail. It's dirt and it's pretty mucky during the spring months, really mucky actually, and it's all frozen over and kind of treacherous during the winter months because it's pretty iced over. So we will do that, and then I'll take you also on another trail walk to the brickworks. They're all connected, so it makes for a really nice nature walk. There are some major streets that have to be crossed, but that's not too bad. The only problem is the way the Beltline is designed. In order to cross safely, you have to actually go, some of them you have to go, like, you have to walk to cross at the lights, so it's safe, versus crossing where the two ends of the Beltline meet, which is much more convenient, of course, but during rush hour traffic it's impossible and dangerous. So this is a nice walk down. We're heading towards Bathurst here in Toronto, and it is a really nice Sunday afternoon. So I left home just around 1 o'clock, and then I got to the York Trail, which was about maybe a 35-minute walk from my place to where we started the last video. And now I'm just kind of turning around and backtracking, walking home. So it's going to be, I think today, probably a 2.5-hour walk, maybe. By the time I get home, it's a nice day to do it. When I started out, it was nice, and then it got kind of really super breezy and windy. And then now look at the sun's back out. So this is just going to be a quick little video. And now we're coming upon Bathurst. So I hope everybody is doing well. Hope you had an opportunity to look at the video posted before this one. This will probably come out We'll try and get, we try and get the last video out maybe on Tuesday. This one should maybe come out on Thursday. Hopefully, yeah. See, we're at Bathurst and Elmridge Drive. So once you cross Bathurst, as you can see the signage above the lights, once you go east of Bathurst, it becomes Roselawn Avenue. So Elmridge Drive turns into Roselawn Avenue, just east of these lights. And the trail, you can see where that fellow was standing in the middle of the street? I was referring to that meridian in my last video. That's a really good safe spot for cyclists and pedestrians who are walking the trail. Because the trail, as you can see, hopefully you can see, on either side of Bathurst, it can be dangerous, particularly during rush hour, because Bathurst is a busy street. So you want to cross ideally at the lights. Well, that's rather inconvenient, or at the meridians. So those meridians are great. And I just want to, there's another piece down here. Like, I really like this. I really like Roselawn Avenue. It's just, Roselawn Avenue is just north of Eglinton Avenue. And I live south of Eglinton Avenue. But there's a big park up here. I think it's part of a schoolyard too, if I'm not mistaken. But it's just, it's, in the summer it's really filled, it's really busy. It's filled with people playing soccer, and there's a track there for runners. And it's actually right beside the Beltline. And I'll show you the Kay Gardner Beltline, at least part of it. I used to do all my, not all of mine, but a lot of my training runs were along the Kay Gardner Beltline, 5:30, 6 in the morning. And it was busy, so I always felt safe. There's a lot of other runners there, because we're right in the middle of the city, and it's densely populated here. A lot of people are out on that trail. And in the summertime, if you went in the middle of the afternoon, or in the afternoon, even late morning, it's so jam-packed with dog walkers and cyclists and pedestrians. A lot of people take advantage of that park in the middle of the city. It's a beautiful walking park. It's beautiful, but it is congested. So trying to ride your bike there, I think you'd be frustrated unless you went during the non-busy times, which would be super early in the morning, or, you know, at dusk and dawn. So here is the park, and we're gonna just kind of walk through this together so you can see how nice it is. So this is Chaplin Crescent right here. And that's Roselawn, where we came from. Now we're heading towards Chaplin Crescent, but we're going to cut through this park. And just where the camera is angling, I know you probably can't see it, but the trail, the Kay Gardner Trail, is running parallel. Yeah, a lot of like Little League type, I don't know if it's called Little League. I think it's more of a baseball term, but a lot of, you know, kids, soccer teams, summertime soccer teams play here. And I think older teams play here as well. And it's a safe place for kids and parents to ride their bikes. Oh, and it says no bikes allowed, and there are bikes here. Oh well. So right along there, you can see on the other side of the street there, it's probably hard to tell, but that's part of the Beltline. And we're going to walk to Eglinton together, and that's where I'll conclude this video. But I also want you to see how the light rail transit, the crosstown, how it's developing on this little piece of Eglinton. So Chaplin Crescent and Eglinton. It's a pretty busy intersection. This street I find is usually fairly calm. But right up town, once we hit Eglinton, it's like it's super busy. But I guess really most places on Eglinton are super busy, right? There's the Beltline. Now there are parts of it you can see through to it now because nothing is in bloom. But just past where you can see the bench, you can see all those brown trees and shrubs. Sort of see through it now, but once summer hits or late spring, everything is in bloom. Yeah, you can't see through there. There's the community center. So a lot of league hockey teams play in here. And there's also public skating here. So I hope you are liking these videos. If you do, please smash that like box and maybe share it with your friends. And do be a great favor if you subscribe to this channel. I really do enjoy making these videos. We have Toronto is just a lovely city. It's a really lovely city. It's been very good to me, and if I can show it off through these videos and you're enjoying it, that's just a triple win. So I'm not sure if the camera's picking it up yet, but there's a lot of congestion just up ahead. Well, I shouldn't say congestion. There's a lot of construction, not congestion. And I'm just going to flip to the other side of the street here. Again, there's the Beltline. You probably can't really tell, but just behind this building is the Beltline continues. So this is all for the crosstown. This is all transit, or metro rather, material used for the crosstown. And there's the new station, the building. They all look the same, like the design is the same. So they're nice, mostly a lot of glass, like that greenish teal colored glass. Fire Station 135. This is fairly new. I think within the last 5 years. No more than 10, that's for sure. I think more likely 5 years ago that station was put in. So you can see here, these poor people living here beside all of this. I feel for them. It's not what they signed up for, I'm sure. Well, at least this isn't going to last forever. Mind you, it's been in the works for 10 years, so here we are at Eglinton, and look at this. Look at all that still has to happen. Now, it wasn't too long ago where you could come up that street where you can see road closed. Across here. Used to be able to drive up there. But that, I think, is maybe fairly recent, that closure. So this is Eglinton. This is all part of the crosstown. So there's another, I think that's probably an exit or entry that's being constructed there for the crosstown. And then this is the new building. I can't see it, so I'm going to lift up the camera. I don't know if you could see that, folks, because I can't see over it. So I just lifted my arm up. Can you see everything? Oh, here's a little bit better. Here. Yeah, nice station. Nice station. Anyhow, folks, this is it. This is just a short and sweet little video. Thank you very much for joining me. This was on my way home from doing the York Beltline walk. I just wanted to show you some of the latest sights. See you later. This is Boomer Girl Walking, signing off.